Hi, this is David Lowry with Stress Free Property Management, and the subject of this video is why you shouldn't expect excellence from your general contractors that you hire for renovation jobs. Now, this is kind of an odd statement, but I do mean the quality should be good and within a reasonable budget of what they told you, no question. But what I'm talking about is, why does it take longer, and why do they come at the very end with more change orders than they originally anticipated and want to hit you up for more money at the end? And there's some really good reasons for this that have nothing to do with them trying to cheat you. And so I just went through this lesson twice with two different general contractors, and I learned a lesson by getting advice from my partner Chris I want to share with you. So the first one, I hired a GC to do some renovations on my house. So he moved over a sliding glass door, blocked in some windows, and so forth, and gave me a quote and did that work. And the second one renovated a rental property, budget about $35,000, and had to do a complete renovation. And so when the jobs are going, do both of them take longer? Absolutely. Is that annoying? Sure. But I was happy with the quality and their attitude, so I didn't really press them on that. But I'll get to that in a little bit. But then at the end of the job, when it was complete, they both show up with change orders that were greater than what they originally told me. And I was about ready to, one in particular came in, he told me $2,000 in change orders, then the next day it was $3,000, then the final bill was $4,600. And I was about ready to call him and blast him and tell him I wasn't gonna pay and get in that big argument, right? But what I usually do is I talk to my partner Chris, who's very patient. I call him like Buddha Chris. And I like to ask him his opinion on a situation before I get really aggressive on the phone or in person with someone. So he shared with me a couple things I thought were really great. He said, first of all, the people I'm dealing with are not like me. I can't expect them to behave the same way I do. And because if they were super organized and attention to details, everything was right on, they wouldn't work for me on a renovation job. They would be building houses for themselves to sell to other people, doing much more profitable projects. So general contractors are usually hiring for renovations. They're either up and coming and they haven't learned those skills, or they just they have a decent business, but they're never going to be those stars. So you gotta realize that. Plus, Chris said, these guys, they're working in Florida heat or in unair conditioned houses for 10 or 12 hours a day, dealing with surly subcontractors who don't show up, lie to them, and give them do sometimes shoddy work and give them change orders that they didn't approve. So it was a very stressful job, and not to mention that anytime you do a renovation, if you open the walls, you're always going to find stuff that was unanticipated that's going to cost more. So there's always going to be change orders that are legitimate. So Chris was saying generally, if it's 20% or less of the overall project, and hopefully obviously they told you most of them what was going on, then that's normal, and you really shouldn't freak out, because it's more about the relationship. I mean, it's hard enough getting people to come out and do these jobs anyway, for the reasons I've explained. So 20% or less is pretty standard. So when I got on the phone, I didn't blast the guys. I paid them a kind of a check. There really was this extra work that they didn't anticipate, and it helped me not blow up the relationship. So the other guy who did the renovation of my home, he quoted me a couple prices, and then when he actually sent me over the thing, it was higher. I just think he was disorganized, a couple $100 higher. But was the work good when he was done? Yes. So I think, well, whatever. I'm not going to get too upset about it, because it's hard getting people to do that kind of quality work, as I've said. So anyway, hopefully this lesson in my life helps you when you're dealing with general contractors to not flip out on when they come out with change orders that are more at the end, or they take longer, because renovation jobs always take longer than you think. So thank you.